Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Nicole Farner, and I am one of the truck sales consultants here at our Frederick location. Today, we're going to be looking at this beautiful red M2106 Freightliner Summit Hauler conversion. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Taking a look at the front, you're going to see the signature Summit Hauler right here. This is going to be great for airflow as well as a great grill for durability. Got that tough metal right here. Taking a look down here, we're going to see our 3-piece detachable bumper. What's great about this bumper is if someone happens to bump you on one side or the other, these can be easily removed in 3 separate pieces so they can be easily replaced. This is going to minimize those downtimes and eliminate those really hefty repair costs. Take a look right down here. We have our 2 very strong connection point recovery hooks. If anything happens, those will be a great way to get towed. Very strong. Right here, you're gonna see 1 piece of our radar box collision system. This is gonna be a great Detroit assurance system that comes equipped in these trucks. We will go ahead and talk a little bit more about that when we jump in the truck. Alrighty, let's take a look at this hood right here. This is gonna be very strong and durable condensed fiberglass hood. What's nice about these guys is, unlike aluminum, the fiberglass can be very strong, especially here in Colorado. We have a lot of hail, so they're gonna be less prone to denting. Alrighty, let's take a look right under, and just to pull this guy up, just gonna be just like this, and if I can do it, I promise you anybody can. All right, and as you're looking into that engine, you're going to see the amazing Cummins L9 engine. This is gonna give 360 horsepower, 1,150 pounds of torque. The Cummins are great engines, great for long road traveling and pulling those heavy loads. That's all gonna be paired with the Allison 3200 TRV 6-speed automatic transmission. Allison have been known for their great long distance hauling, as they are very great transmissions. Alrighty, and then taking a look at here, one nice thing about these freight hauler trucks, once you open them, they are easily to get in, to do repairs, to do maintenance on those. Just easy open, easy close. And then taking a look under here, you can see everything you might need to access. We have our fuel filter water separator, power steering fluid, we have our fuse box right there, and our air filter right on the other side. So like I said, everything is going to be extremely accessible, needs to be maintenance taken care of. It's going to be all right here. All right, and then taking a look right there, those are going to be your jumping hookups. So if you need a quick jump to get your feet back on the road, that's going to be right there. Just 2 easy connections and you're going to be all set to go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and close this guy. Super easy. It's going to give you a little pushback, but overall really easy to close. Alrighty, and then it's going to be really easy. You're just going to go ahead and connect this guy and snap it closed, and you're all set to get back on the road. Taking a look down here, you are going to see we have the 255 80R 22.5 XRV tires. This is going to be paired with the Alcoa wheels. These are amazing wheels we do on our Freightliners. And then one amazing thing that we add as Transwest is we add that other additional ball bearing. That's going to go ahead and balance out your tires. It's going to make you so you're not slipping, especially on the slick roads like today. And it's going to make it so there's less wear and damage on those tires as you're running that truck over time. The Alcoa is also a very lightweight tire, so it's going to improve that fuel mileage while you're on the road. Alrighty, and then taking a look up here, you're going to see we have the breakaway mirrors. These are exceptional mirrors that are going to be safe not only for you and your truck, but for all of your surroundings. They give great direction of seeing what's around you, checking your rear view mirror. It's going to cover most of your blind spots so you can feel like you're driving safer. Another great feature about these guys is they brake backwards and forwards. So if you happen to, be stuck in a parking situation where you need to bend that guy back, or someone hits you and you need to move it, those mirrors aren't going to break off. They're just going to move back and forward, so you're going to be all set to go without any damages. All right, looking right here, we have our engine block heater. So this guy's going to be just a simple, easy plug-in. If you're not using it overnight, especially on the freezing and chilly days like today, you want to leave that guy plugged in overnight. It's going to keep your fuel from gelling up, and it's going to keep that engine warmed up. So when you're ready to go in the morning, you're not going to have any problems with it being too cold, because it'll be all pre-warmed for you. All right, taking a look right here, we have our 3-strip no slip step ups. Getting in these trucks, it is a little bit of height, but luckily these give you amazing grip, especially like today, it's pretty slick outside. So you're gonna be able to confidently get in this truck with these grips. They're gonna keep you safe and you're just gonna confidently be able to get in there. Alrighty, and then taking a look right here, this is gonna be our first engine. So this truck is gonna be our first fuel tank. So this truck is equipped with 2 separate fuel tanks. They're each gonna be 50 gallons and they are self-leveling. But if you want to take a look here, just gonna press this button and pull up. This is gonna be our first 50-gallon fuel tank, and that is gonna be paired right next to our 6-gallon DEF tank. That's gonna get you 300 to 350 miles per gallon on the road, so you're not fueling up as frequently. So that's very nice. I will go ahead and show you guys the other tank on the other side. But yeah, this is your first 50-gallon. Alrighty, and then just to close it, easy. Got something stuck in there. Easy close, and you're all set. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at the first interior here. So this is gonna be, obviously you can see looking in, we have very comfortable seats in here. They are air ride seats, so they're gonna make it for very comfortable driving on the road, especially for those long days. So right here, you're gonna see you have your air ride. This is gonna make you go higher and lower. We have our lumbar support, our heated seat feature, and our tilt. So there's lots of conversions to make this more comfortable for you on the road. And then if you want to take a look right here, you're going to be able to see we have our kill switch. So a great feature about these trucks is if you're not using the accessories on them, you don't want your battery to die off while you're not using it, you can go ahead and flip this switch on and off, and that's going to give you the ability to save your batteries so that nothing's running in your truck without you knowing. And then taking a look right back there, that is going to be our first light test button. So that light test is going to run a total light test with your truck. If you're getting ready to get on the road and you want to make sure your blinkers are working, your headlights are working as they're supposed to, you're going to go ahead and flip that button and it's going to run that full light test for you so you can make sure you're going to be all good to go on the road. Alrighty, let's take a look here in our back seat. You're going to see that we have an amazingly comfortable pull-out bed back here. This is going to be DOT certified and it is easily put down. You're just going to put this switch right here and the motor will move that up and down. One thing to keep in mind while using this is that you want to make sure while that seat is going up or down, you don't want to have weight on it just so it doesn't damage the motor. And for safety reasons as well, just going to keep you safe and your passengers safe. Make sure you're keeping weight off when you're moving that motor up and down. One great feature about these too, you're going to see these back seats are pretty spacious, but another great thing is they do have some extra storage under the seat. So if you are on a long trip and you're trying to get some stuff under there without it being at your passenger's feet, it's just going to make it so you can get some duffel bags under there and keep everything out of the way. So there's lots of room back there for some storage. And yeah, alrighty. Taking a look right down here, this is going to be our trickle charger. So if you're not using the truck for a long period of time, you can go ahead and just leave it plugged in. It's going to trickle some power through that truck to make sure the batteries are staying live, they're not having any issues, and you're going to be good to go if you haven't used that truck a while. Nice thing about this, just an easy plug-in, and it can also charge a small 12-volt device. Or yes, if you're trying to, plug in something to pump up a tube or something, you're trying to plug something in, that'll be great for you. Alrighty, taking a look back here, this is going to be our first storage compartment. As you can see, the first thing you're looking in is we've got these nice diamond plated, very durable aluminum interiors. These are going to keep from scratching and getting a lot of wear in them. Another great feature is if you have tools in here, you can see there's a few things in here. They're not going to slide as easy when you're on the road, so there's not going to be as many damages. This is going to be a great compartment. I know a lot of clients put like DEF and excess things in there. If you take a look right back there, we have pre-installed a air chuck for you. So if you're looking to pump up a tire, maybe your friend's tire, maybe your own, you just want to give a quick fill up, you're going to have the ability to get that all taken care of with that easy air chuck and then cord. So yeah, this is going to be our larger storage compartment, and these are very nice. Okay, and taking a look at our smaller one, this is going to be a perfect storage compartment for some chain straps, whatever you may need for those smaller items, maybe a few tools, you can throw those guys back there. If you need a chain up or strap up, they're just going to be easy to find and grab. Another great feature about these, all of them, all the compartments, that they have the weatherproof guard. So you're not going to be getting water, nothing's going to be getting damaged in there because we keep them exceptionally safe with these guards. All right, and taking a look at the back of the truck, you're going to see right back there we have 2 pre-drilled holes. That's going to be a great opportunity to go ahead and add a toolbox or even a spare tire. Whatever is most convenient for you, we can go ahead and add it on there for you, or you can add it on there yourself, whatever you may need. Taking a look right there, you're going to see we have 1 camera. That is going to be a part of our Voyager system, which we will go ahead and talk about a little bit more once we jump inside the truck. But that is going to be the first camera of the Voyager system. That one's specifically great if you're backing up a gooseneck, like you can see we have back here. It's going to give you a little bit of vision that you're not going to be able to see from your mirrors, so that works great. Taking a look at this bed, you're going to see we have that diamond plated aluminum like we did in the compartments. This is very durable, it's going to be more rust proof, and it's going to keep your truck looking a lot better and staying a lot better on the road. What's nice about that is while the aluminum is lightweight, we have steel plates right underneath it. That's going to balance the weight evenly so you're not bouncing all over the road. There's going to be still plenty of weight to keep you on your feet. And then as you can see, this truck specifically has the drop down ball equipped with our gooseneck. We can also add a 5th wheel hitch if you prefer. We can do whatever you need for your hauling expectations. And then right down here, if you take a look, this is where our airline hookups are going to be if you have that air ride trailer. So those are where those air hookups are going to be. Taking a look right here, this is going to be your plug-in for your 5th wheel. We have our bumper pull plug-in, and then this is going to be our Voyager system plug-in. What I like to tell clients is if you have like horse trailers or livestock on the road and you hook up to your trailer, you can run the camera through that trailer and switch it on in the truck so you can be able to watch your animals while you're on the road. So that's a great opportunity for a plug-in right there if you want to watch your livestock. And then taking a look right down here, we have the Gen Y 2 5/16 ball, and then the other side is the 2-inch ball. This is going to be able to pull 32,000 pounds, and it is adjustable based on where you need it for your bumper pull. You can go up or down. These are amazing hitches. We always recommend them. So that's going to be great for all of your bumper pull needs. All right, and then if you want to take a look on this side, you're going to see we have the same size compartment right here, and then the same size storage compartment right here. The only difference with these are going to be is that one doesn't have an additional air truck. It's just going to be a normal storage compartment. Alrighty, and then taking a look right here, this is going to be our second of the 2 fuel tanks. So that is going to be another 50-gallon fuel tank. One thing I think I forgot to mention on that side is in order to get a full fill with your truck, you're going to have to fill both of the 50 gallons to reach that 100. They are self-leveling, but if you do want it full, just make sure you're filling both of those guys up. And that's going to make for an easy close, and then you can lock it if needed. Alrighty, taking a look at the front seat, you're going to see this is going to be the same comfortability as a passenger as the driver. You're going to have the same controls with the air ride seat. We still have lumbar support and the heated seat and all that fun stuff on this side, so those are going to look exactly the same. The one thing different about the passenger side is there's going to be a box right down there that is going to be the cover to a fuse panel. So those are going to be where there's some wires and fuses. If you need to get in there and interchange anything or it needs to be worked on, that's just easily accessible. You can just open and close that guy. Alrighty. I'm going to show you guys the back seat. As you're taking a look, you're going to realize how much room is really back there, as I was discussing earlier. You're also going to see that in those back, in the back right there, that there's some charging components. So you can charge your phone, some additional devices, whatever you can think of, you can more than likely be charging back there. Alrighty, it's a little bit warmer in here, so that's nice. And then when you first get in the truck, you're going to take a look and you're going to see the massive window in front of you, or the windshield. This is going to be 250 square inches or 2,500 square inches of windshield. This is going to be a big windshield. It's going to be great for not only during the day but night driving as well. You have a lot of vision of where you can see, so it's going to be very safe for you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this guy started. get the accessories mode turned on. So one thing I like to say about these trucks when you're getting them started, you want to make sure that you're running it on accessories mode. So you're just going to turn that key. You're going to see everything was waking up for 3 to 5 seconds. That's okay. It doesn't want to start right now. It must be cold. Okay, we'll just act like it did start. So the first thing you're gonna see going back up to the windshield is going to be that we have our Detroit Assurance System right up here. So I was talking to you guys a little bit about it at the beginning. So these trucks are equipped with great detection for collision and just safety features that not all cars might have. So this is going to be the homing of that box right there in your safety features. Taking a look right here, we have some storage compartments. This one can be made to be a storage compartment, or it can just be made to hold like a CV radio. However you want that equipped, we can go ahead and do that for you guys. Alrighty, and taking a look right here, you can see this is what I was talking about in the back. This is going to be our Voyager camera system. So this is going to be the first camera I was showing you in the back. But if you want to go ahead and switch those views, you're going to hit this button. You're going to see there's camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, and then there's going to be the split views. And then by clicking through the entire assortment, you can see you can have up to 4 cameras. And the great feature is they can all be viewed at the same time. So that is a great system. Like I said, it's going to be great if you have livestock or you want to add another one so it's easier for you to back up your bumper pull. However you need to do that, we can make that work for you, and we can do that both wired and wireless. Right over here is going to be our air horn, and this is going to be a secondary speaker for Bluetooth. Alrighty, taking a look right here down at our window, there is going to be all the controls for your mirrors. They are heated mirrors, so on days specifically like today when it's cold, that would have been a great feature to have. I get a lot of questions. Why is there only 2 window controls? Can you not control the back? Well, to answer that question, you're going to hit this button right here, and then it will give you the ability to work the back windows. And then when that is off, you will then have the same ability to work the front. So you can work all 4 windows just by this click of the button, and it will light up so you do know you are using that. Okay, and then taking a look right here, we have a very nice steering wheel. We have all of our controls. This is going to be for our little system up here to get through everything. It's going to be very user friendly, so you're just going to be able to click through those there. You can also control your volume buttons right here. These buttons right here are going to be for the cruise control. So if you're on the road and you want to set and adjust your cruise control, all those buttons are going to be right over here, as well as our hands-free calling buttons are going to be right over here. Alrighty, and then this panel right here, or this little thing, is going to be for our, changing gears. So we have drive, neutral, and reverse. So that is great. And then in order to use the engine brakes, it is just going to be a 1, 2, 3 adjustment, so you can adjust those however you need to use those engine brakes. Another great thing to know is this can be used in automatic as well as manual, and in order to use it as manual, you're just going to push this button in and you can adjust forward and backward, and that's going to be how you switch your gears. Alrighty, jumping right here, you're going to see we have our trailer air supply. So if your trailer is air ride, where I showed you we had those connections in the back, you're going to have the ability to plug those guys in and you're going to run those through the trailer. So if you need to give your trailer air supply while driving, that's going to be that button. And then right here we have our truck parking brake. Taking a look right here, this is going to be our amazing Stinger system. It is going to be very easy to use. We have navigation on there, so when you're driving, that'll be helpful for you as well. Right here, we are going to have our hazard lights, dome light, footwell, and pre-trip. This pre-trip is going to be a little bit different from the back pre-trip we had right on the side. This is going to run a pre-trip not only for your truck, but it's going to run it for the trailer as well. So if you have all your hookups all good and you want to test that, you're going to go ahead and press this button, and it is going to run a full pre-trip light test on your trailer as well as your truck. Right here we have our optional accessory switches. So you can, if you want to add a light bar or penny lights, whatever you want to add, those can be easily hooked up and the switches can be adjusted here. Taking a look at right here, this is gonna be our air for the back seat only. So we have cold, hot, and then this is gonna be our fan speed. So this is going to be a little bit, this is a great part of this truck is this is going to be our safety features. So we have the automatic brake assist, lane departure warning, our traction control, and then our shutdown override. So this one is going to be a very interesting button that not a lot of people know about. So if you're in a situation where you're driving down the highway and your engine wants to shut down, you're having mechanical issues, whatever the need may be, that engine's like, I need to stop now. If you are not at a spot where you can safely get over, you're going to push this button and it is going to give you the ability to keep running that engine until you can safely get to a place where you can pull off. That is going to be a great opportunity for you to do so. I would just keep in mind while using that, the engine will continue to run until it physically can't, so make sure you're being safe with that button. Right here is going to be our suspension dump. This is going to go ahead and drop the airbags in the back for you, so if you're trying to back up to a trailer and you need to get lower, it's just going to drop those airbags, and then you can adjust those based on where you need to be. And then right here we have our differential lock. These plugins right here are going to be for the Stinger system. It's just going to give you the ability to use the Apple CarPlay and the Android one as well. So those are just going to easily plug in and they will get everything connected for you. Right here is going to be our air system for the front. So that's pretty simple to use. Taking a look down here, you're going to see we have 4 pretty large cup holders. Nice thing about these guys is they come out quite easily, so if something spills in there, they can easily be cleaned up. Another great thing I like to tell people is they do fit Stanley cups. I know so many vehicles nowadays, specifically mine, I'll put my Stanley cup in there or my, Yeti coffee cup and it just doesn't fit, so it'll spill everywhere. These are great. The cup holders are perfect for practically any cup and they will fit those larger ones, so those are great. Right here we have some additional storage. This is going to be great for, if you have some papers, some things you need to easily grab. That's going to be a ton of storage in there for you to put any accessories for the car that you may need. Alrighty, and then if you want to take a look right up here, you're going to see we've got some fun lights up here. So we have our reading light, our mood light, and our blue LEDs. See, the mood light up there is pretty awesome. It's just fun if you're sitting back there and hanging out, or especially at night, it looks really cool when you're on the road. But the blue LEDs are great if you're driving at night. It's gonna make your eyes so they're less sensitive to the all the lights on the road. So that one's actually a pretty good safety feature for that night driving. So these lights are super fun and they have multiple uses and they're just fun little things that Freightliner has added. So I think that's all today for this truck. If you are interested in this one or any of the ones on our lot, feel free to give me a call at 303-901-1943, or you can send me an email at nicole.farner@transwest.com. Thank you guys.